Hey guys, I'm Michelle from Virtual Hand Care, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 techniques you can try to help get some of that stubborn swelling out of your fingers, maybe out of some of your finger joints. So I do have many videos where I talk about ways to reduce your finger swelling. You can use kinesiology tape, you can use Coban for compression, you can use compression gloves, you can use active motion, staying hydrated. I have a lot of solutions and videos that I will link here that you can also check out. However, in this video, I thought I would show you 3 more techniques that you might find a little bit helpful if you have tried a lot of those techniques and you're still noticing some stubborn swelling. Now, I will put a link below of where you can find these. And so my first tip is to use an acupressure ring. So what you do with the acupressure ring is you just simply start very lightly from the top of the finger and then slowly work down the finger, spending some time at the tip of your finger, just kind of massaging back and forth, rolling that acupressure ring along that joint space, and then kind of moving down a little bit farther into the finger, and then going a little bit farther down into the finger into that next joint, where typically that PIP joint often carries a lot of that stubborn swelling. But you would want to stay there and kind of do a little bit of rolling, a little bit of massaging of that acupressure ring over that joint, and then go down a little bit more past that joint and kind of just lightly roll up and down. And then you would want to go up and down that finger. So what you're doing is you're looking to increase that circulation throughout the whole entire finger. And if you can increase some circulation to that, that can help pull some of that excess waste, some of that excess junk that is staying in there. Also, because you get a little bit of pressure from this ring, you're also helping to push some of that excess fluid out of that joint too. And if you have a little scar even, and that's maybe kind of holding up some of that swelling, you can also spend a little bit of time by kind of massaging that scar tissue out and see if that can also help break up some of that fluid around that scar. And so then you really could just sit here for a few minutes and you could use the fidget ring on any finger. If several fingers are swollen, you can then go ahead and work up to the next finger. And again, starting at the tip of the finger, and then you would continue throughout the whole entire finger. And typically you get a couple of these. They come in packs of 3 or 6, and so really you could keep these anywhere. So if you're sitting in your car or in a meeting, you could be working on some of that swelling. So just make sure that you're not sitting there for an hour fidgeting and aggravating that finger. There's definitely a balance. So you would just want to spend a few minutes on each finger a couple times a day. Now, my second tool to help with stubborn swelling is to use a massage roller. So if you're somebody that is a little more tender still and that swelling is maybe causing some tenderness, then a roller may be a little bit more comfortable for you. Plus, it's bigger, you can use your whole hand to massage, and you can turn the roller in all directions, and you can really target the whole entire finger that way. So then you would just kind of use that roller all along the finger, just working on trying to push that fluid down and out of that finger. And you can go to each finger and do that as well. Now, the other benefit to this is that if you have larger fingers and if you are very swollen, again, this is probably going to be a little more comfortable for you versus the acupressure ring, which is pretty tiny. If you have a lot of swelling or have larger fingers, then the massage roller would probably be more beneficial to you. Other benefit to the massage roller is that you don't just have to stop right at the end of your finger and then just hope that the swelling doesn't go back up to your finger. You could then continue to massage that fluid and that swelling kind of down and out, even past the knuckles, because oftentimes swelling will sit more on the back of the hand as well, because that's where we have more of that loose skin and fluid likes to hang out there and stay there. So you would want to massage the whole finger and then continue on pushing that stubborn fluid down and out past the hand and then even up into the arm as well. And you could spend a few minutes doing that a couple times a day too. And then my third tip is very similar to these other tips, and that is to use a Gua Sha tool, or you could use any kind of massage tool. But what I like about the Gua Sha tool is that you can really get to the areas where that stubborn swelling is staying. And so what I would recommend for the Gua Sha is that you can do small little strokes. And notice I'm not pushing hard. That's the thing with all of these tips, is that you don't want to be pushing really aggressive, because you can inadvertently cause more swelling. So you don't want to aggravate an already aggravated joint. You don't need to be aggressive to work through that fluid. And with the Gua Sha, you want to do short little strokes, and you can go along the finger, but you can also go across the finger, and you can move your finger and your hand in any position that is comfortable for you, pushing some of that fluid a little bit farther and farther down into the hand. Now, it's important with all of these tools that you do go in smaller types of increments, because that fluid doesn't just go from your finger all the way up into your arm, right? You can't push it from the joint and then just expect to push it all the way up here. It's gotta be in smaller sections, and then you usually do have to kind of continue to work all the way up into the hand, and then even up into the wrist. I would just pick 1 or 2 of these for like a week or so to see if you notice a difference. You don't want to be doing too many things, and then again, like I said, kind of aggravate that joint. Now, these solutions could be very helpful in combination with some of the other suggestions that I've made in other videos, such as Coban wrapping or taping and exercise. And I will link those other videos here, so do go check those out. If you found this video helpful, do please give it a like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. Thanks for watching.